Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have Nanashi from Sword of the Stranger. So really good anime movie, one-off movie, done by Studio Bones. It's really good. They did, Mob Psycho, My Hero Academia. Well, that's back Stray Dogs. What's Bakugo Stray Dogs? Haven't watched that one, but it's probably good if they did it. So. Right, Nanashi, main character. So this is a Patreon request as well, requested by Declan Brown. If you have a request you want me to do and can't wait for me to sort of check all my YouTube comments, you can head over to Patreon, sign up and send me a message. You can even send me the link of the image you want me to do. So, yeah, if you can, of course. Not everyone can sign up to Patreon, I understand that. So, landscape orientation page, use a pencil, hit pause if I go too fast. So, start with his eye. So we're in the top half, and we're going to go find your middle point and just come over a little bit. I'd say his nose is in the center point, and the eyes are up and over. So we go up, diagonal, and then we just bring that across, like so. So then it kind of comes down like that. And you can thicken up this top eyelid. So just like thicken this part up a little bit, just to make it stand out a bit more. Down here as well. So he's real thin eyes in this picture. So his bottom eyelid just be like here, just like a line, just kind of here. Thinner than the top one, that's the main thing to remember. So iris, so he's like squinting, he's holding his sword kind of in front of his face and he's ready to fight. So he's got like real serious eyes. So it's like a semicircle with the top cut off, like a half circle, I guess. But like real thin, sort of with a lot of the eyelid coming across his eye, and then his pupil would be just about here, like that. So he looks like real sort of sleepy kind of. Okay. So the other eye, we're in proportion, so your eye distance across, so you can fit another eye in between the two eyes, and then that's where the next eyelid will start, and then we go across. Just like that, and then down this side, thicken it up. And then we can add that bottom eyelid line, just a light little line there, like so. You don't need to worry that this one's curved or this one's straight. It doesn't really matter. A lot of people think that characters are symmetrical, but usually you have one eye that's slightly bigger or slightly different. That's what makes them sort of a bit more realistic looking. So you do want them to be like on the same sort of line, maybe a little bit. But other than that, they don't have to be the exact same. So his iris then again. Like so, and then his pupil. In there. And so his eyebrows. So we can see one eyebrow here, and it goes off this way, kind of like a tick. It has a scar coming up from here, so there's a gap, right? So like there's a bit of a gap here, like there, and then it comes back to a point and back to here, and then this is going to come down like so, and you might have like some hair sticking up here, and they're dark black, colored inside anyway. So real thick eyebrows on the end. And then this scar is going to come up just here. out from that gap, up to the top, right up nearly to the top of his forehead, and then back down, just like that. And then we have like an eyelid line just here. Maybe another sort of eyelid sort of shape just here as well. And then we have a line curving down underneath his eye, just here, like so. And we do something similar over this side. So we have a curving line underneath. And then his eyebrow, so it's gonna come out from about here. It goes like underneath his hair, but we'll draw it in anyway, and you can rub it out, sorry, after. So similar sort of shape. Like that first, like a tick, and then bring this up. No scar on this side, and dark black inside. And then we add some eyelid lines again. So say like a big one up here, coming out this way, goes underneath hair as well, and maybe like a little smaller one, just maybe here. Like so. Right, so his nose, so he has a big enough kind of nose, so for an anime character, they don't normally draw them this. So we come down like so. So we're just over to the left a little bit, and then it comes down, around, curves around, down to there. And he has a shadow on this side and just a nostril line on this side. So the nostril, say, would be like here. And then a line for the shadow of his nose going this way. Going up here. Up around. We're kind of following the same shape of his nose back around here. Like so. Then his mouth, so he's just got a standard sort of downturned kind of mouth. So you just go across, like so, down this side. So he's looking pretty serious. And then that final scar, well, we'll do his jaw first, so we know we don't go down too far. So his chin just here. And then check your proportions. So the nostril, that's a good place. The nostril to the chin is halfway there, and the eye to the nostril is the same. And then where his bottom lip would be, so like here, is halfway between the nose and the chin. So then once you get that, you can do the side of his face up, like so. And so you want to stop like about underneath his eye there. And you do the same thing going across this way. So like underneath the edge of his eye. And then we're gonna go up around the side of his face. And on this side we go underneath hair, so like it comes down like here. So it's like an extra line of hair that just comes down along his face. There. And that's his jaw just underneath. They're real close together. Then the other side will go up to about there. And then we can add in that other scar. So scar here. And it kind of closes off there. I think it closes off on this end as well. He has another scar in here, but it's underneath his fringe, so we'll add that now in a minute. So, speaking of his hair, we've got, so like we did a line up here, so this is like one hair spike, and then we have another one coming down this way, across his face. And that goes back up. Goes close by his eye, like this. And then we have a big long one that comes right down past his eye. So that comes across his eye. This right past the edge of his eye here. Goes underneath this hair spike and down into there. Of course, you can rub out this now if you want. That other scar kind of comes across his cheek, across this way. So it like goes underneath his eye. So like say in here. Like so, just underneath his hair there. And then the rest of his fringe will come down. Like so. Right past his nose, right close to his mouth. And then I'll go back up. Like so. And then we have a hairline just in here, so like spiking up around like this. And then it'll come down the side of his face for a hair spike. Just there. And then back up here. So I'll rub out these bits. Right, so then the rest of his hair. So it goes up right to the top of my page, like up here, right? So you're trying to keep it in proportion. So you want the eyes or the eyebrows to be about halfway down his head. So like here, this chin to eyebrow, you want it to be about the same distance up to the top of his head up here. Not exactly the same, like, but just about. Yeah, so like from here to here is about the same as from the eyebrows to his chin. So they're the same. Okay, and he's got real long hair that comes down the side of his head here. So it like kind of bumps a little bit. Coming down, and like he's more fringe on this side then. A few hair spikes sticking out this way. Like this. And then this one coming down there. Be some hair lines, texture lines in there. So we have like another bump here, and it comes down this way. Like that. Then we have another one sticking out here, like so. And then we're going to bring it down like this, spiking out here. And then we'll spike it back in. He's real long hair on this side, and he's got a ponytail at the back that sticks out. So another one, spiking back in that way. Another one along, coming down this way. Back up into there. You can see his ear now in here. Just like so. You can add some like lines inside, like that. And a couple more spikes just here. Another one there. And right, his neck. So we have a line for his neck coming down from his jaw on this side. So his body is slightly turned away from us. He's got a sword pose. Sword's coming across. It's just coming up to his face, going that way. So we can see less of his neck on this side. And this side of his neck comes down from his jaw, just here. Like so. And then his collar of his clothes comes across this way. Like that. And just back into there. So that's like the collar. And you can see maybe like a collarbone sort of line just here. Like sort of neckline, just like that. So the hair on this side of his neck then, so that's the neckline there, and then we have, like, say, another bump for his shoulder, and then we have like a piece of hair here and a piece of hair here. Something like that. And then so the ponytail is behind his shoulders, so we got to do his shoulders first. But we'll do his shoulders first. So another collar coming down like this. Like that. And then we have a shoulder line going down there. And then we have another collar line, another collar line, and a bump here. So like 1, 2, 3 of those. And then his shoulder will go off this way. So we're going out real wide now. Right, and he's got sort of torn edges on his shoulder back here, and something similar on this side. So you'll notice this line is longer, so it bumps down, out, and this one's shorter because this shoulder is turned away from us. So he's like, his body's in 3/4. And his face is straight on, okay? So it's kind of a dynamic kind of pose. So, right, the rest of that ponytail just coming out behind here, right? So, spiking out there, and this way, and then up a bit and comes out here. Big long one. Come back, spike up, down. Like so. Right, so what else can we see? There should be like a neckline here, I think. Like that's his neck, so we'll bring that down and maybe something there. Just a light one. There isn't one in the picture, but I think I'm a stickler, so maybe an Adam's apple sort of line there as well. Bit more detail. So, right, so the inside of his kimono. So traditional Japanese kind of clothing on him. So this is the inside of that. There. And the other side is like here. That there's like a fold line coming down there and another edge line there. So this shoulder, so we have like ripped and torn sort of things. I can't describe them very well, but they're like these sort of spikes that come around. Like that, and they go sort of out and around his shoulder. So they go like down. Some of them are round, some of them are spiky. Remember, you don't have to do it exactly like me. You just got to get this kind of general sort of radial shape. And don't go too far because it'll make it look like his shoulder is really far. So you want to be just in here, a little bit across from his head. Okay? And then we have like a fold line coming down this way. And different colour comes across there. It's like beige. And then a different colour goes in this way. Up into here, and a line comes down. Maybe a fold line just there. And then, so that's like the front of his costume. So this middle part has sleeves as well. So it comes out here. Like that, underneath these torn bits. Okay. Like that, one of them. Another one. Down to there. Like that. And then his arm, like, is down here somewhere. But we can't fit it in. So on the big shoulder then, this is the big shoulder, so So spikes here, right? So kind of it comes in, say here. So these are like the 4 lines on the inside, right? That's like the inside of his shoulder, and the outside is like all the way out here. And these have all ripped and torn sections. Some underneath the other ones. And then it comes across the top. So it comes across the top here. So it goes all over and around. This kind of thing. Some short, some long. Like so. And then sort of the inside of his sleeve down there. Maybe one more just like here. So in, like this part of his sleeve, so we can just see more of it. So it comes down this way to a point here, to an angle, and then it comes all the way across like so, and it'll go down into where his armpit would be, just there. And then this has an inside section as well, like another sleeve, like a double. Coming down there, like so, there. And the edge of it there. Maybe another tassel sort of thing going down that way. And then like the inside of his arm. So we have the inside of his body kind of here. And then the arm, so we have a bump for shoulder and then comes down that way. And then the bicep is, yeah, there. That's the bicep. There might be like a line just here. So his arm's coming down, he's just holding his sword directly in front of his face, right? You can add the sword or not. You know, you can leave it out if you wanted to finish it like this and just leave it as is, him just kind of standing there. But if you want to do the sword in, so we just go put a dot kind of here, and that's where it's going to end, and then it comes down to like 2 lines down here. You might need a ruler. So I'm just going to join this line to the dot and then the other line to the dot as best I can. Try and keep it straight. And then we go down the other side. Make it real pointy on top. Thinner as we go up. Like so. It's like there, and you can erase the lines that are inside the sword. Okay, but I think that is the best I can do. So there he is. Patreon request from Declan. Hope it was helpful, my man. And yeah, if anyone wants to request really quick, head on over to Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.